I've missed you guys. I really have.
Well, there's a little bit of user error on your guys' part. Let's get it together. We had a schedule 4 days ago.
Sorry, we have a life outside of marshaling, but
Yeah,
outside of inside. Who possibly has a life outside of inside the ropes?
Well,
oh wow, I don't even know how to answer that one. Yeah, it's been a little rough, hasn't it? Boy, Sunday night didn't work, and then this week, everyone was just running around busy. So I'm glad we're finally getting a chance to record this.
Here we are.
This brilliance. Well, let's not put our fans through too much suffering. Let's get on with it.
Well, hey, just for all of our fans and our friends in the French-speaking Canadian provinces
of Newfoundland in particular.
Welcome to Inside the Ropes. Today we got two segments that we want to go through. First off, we want to just talk through the PGA volunteer experience, what that's like, and then we want to do a little bit of an overview of Hole 6, which is where you will find these three fine gentlemen as well as a bunch of others that will be joining us. So let's talk through a little bit of this.
So we have a plan? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we got a plan.
We actually have a plan for this thing?
We do.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. So we're going to be hosting we're going to be marshaling the 2025 KPMG Women's PGA Championship and June 19th through the 22nd in Frisco, Texas.
Can't wait.
It's coming up soon.
So excited. It's going to be hot.
Yep. And when we think about these championships, really the marshals are the unsung heroes of this thing, right?
Oh,
aren't we?
For sure. I mean, you think about first responders. I mean, we're right up there with, doctors, nurses, firefighters, police, and marshals.
Yeah. I mean, and, we got to control the crowds. We got to stay quiet.
Yeah. Hey,
some would say quieter than a ninja in socks.
Wow.
How quiet we have to be.
Try standing still for hours while your stomach growls and you get a sunburn.
Yeah, you guys are really making it sound rough, but it's actually like it's actually pretty thrilling. I look at it like it's we're out there, we're inside the ropes, and not everybody has access to inside the ropes, so it's like being a bouncer, right? Like but instead of at your local establishment where it's like the coolest party in golf going on, right? So everybody wants to be the bouncer. Everybody wants to be the marshal, and they all want to have that inside the ropes access and tag. So I think it's pretty thrilling.
All of your lanyards on, I see.
I did. I came prepared.
Very nice.
Representing. Just wanted to get in the mood, feel the part.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of quick things here. There's the whole experience of getting over to the PGA Village or whatever it's called with all the gear and everything, which is pretty cool. But it really is being cool. It is cool being out right by the golfers, right? And right next to them. I don't know how many pictures we got over the years,
exactly.
with rescuing a ball or on the tee box, maybe illegally, like we shouldn't have been taking pictures or whatever. But how close you get, right? And I don't know, it's pretty cool. And the fans are always spectacular. Senior PGA, not very busy. I think it's going to be a different experience for us down in Texas.
It'll be interesting. What I love about it is like when you're inside the ropes, you feel like you have this connection with the players, but you really don't. They have no idea who you are. They're walking by, but between you and the fans look at you as like, man, you're like best friends with these people. And so you just play the part.
It's the the little head nod and the point, the eye contact that really sells it. Yeah. And I'm talking about what we do. Of course, the pros don't reply, but yeah, it's we try to sell it at least. That is pretty cool.
Yep. Well, let's talk a little bit about Hole 6. So we're going to turn the page and talk about where we're going to be, and we're going to be on Hole 6 this.
I thought we were on Hole 18.
No, the old switcheroo.
Yep.
Switcheroo.
Actually, yeah, I think our crew got too big for the amount of spots they had available on 18. So they basically gave us Hole 6, where once again, when we're on duty, we will essentially be manning the entire hole. I think there's 6 positions on hole 6, and we have 7 in our crew.
Yeah.
So well protected.
And I mean, if we zoom out and we think about Field Ranch East, we've never been there. Well, like Johnny, you've been there.
I've been there. Yep.
You've been there,
I was lucky enough to be there once
yeah.
and got a chance to play it.
And what were your thoughts after playing it? What did you?
Well, when I played it, it had just opened, and it was kind of touted as like, yeah, this amazing new, not just course, but amazing facility. I think I've told this story on another podcast, but it's like it exceeded any expectation I had. I mean, pictures online and whatnot don't do it justice. Like when you're actually out there and on the course, it's crazy impressive. So for sure, kudos to the PGA. And I think you've got info on like who designed it or whatnot, but it was awesome. I mean, it's in this beautiful landscape, and they've carved it in really well, and it's tough, but it's like a fun tough. And I think for spectators, it'll be, and I'm sure it has been because they've had some events down there, super cool, sprawling kind of a course, pretty easy to get around, some great viewing spots. So yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to like actually being down there for a big event, and seeing it firsthand inside the ropes.
I've spent a lot of time looking at it online, and it is like 7,800 yards of good luck, buddy. Like,
yeah, it's tough.
You got a lot of yardage to take up, and you also have these really tiny greens that you've got to deal with, as well as the creek that runs through it and everything. And it looks like it's going to be a tough one. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to share my screen because I do have a little bit of a flyover of hole 6.
Hole 6.
Yeah. So it shows a par 4, and I think in some cases they have stretched it to a par 5. But I think in this tournament it's going to be a par 4. They haven't released the official, the official yardage yet.
It says 455 to 524 or something like that, right? So depending on the tee boxes.
Yep. So here's coming off the tee box. So this is the kind of the tee area.
Elevated tee, it says as well.
Yep. And so apparently you're going to have to shoot over. Where are we at here? Yeah, you're coming in on the green right here. Let me back up just 1 sec and we'll start over here. So, okay. So here's the tee box right over here.
There's the tee, exactly.
On the right. And then you got to hit over all this.
Over
the
scrub.
Wasteland.
In dry wash sand feature.
The sand feature. Right into this area right in here. I mean,
not a lot of room for error. So when you miss the fairway, you can see like you're in wasteland on either side. They got that creek along the right. So that's where.
And let's talk about this as a marshal. I mean, if they miss the fairway, this isn't like, an easy hole to find the golf ball. So we got to be.
No, it's a good point. I wonder, like on hole 9, we did not have marshals on the one side of the fairway with the creek and the pond coming in on that par 5. So you had to be spotting the balls from the other side of the fairway, right? I wonder if that'll be the case here as well.
Yeah, maybe we'll be parked on both sides. And, again, I'm sure we elevated tee box. I'm curious if we're going to have someone on a flag as well.
Oh, yeah, that could be for spotting the signaling the drives. I'm sure we will. So it'll be somebody on the tee, a couple spotters, and a couple on the green.
Yep.
Looks awesome, though.
It does look really nice.
It'd be interesting to see where spectators line up as well. And what this is one of the toughest holes on the course. Is that what I think I saw? Do we know what the handicap was for this hole?
I thought it was the first handicap.
Is this number 1 handicap?
Yeah,
that's what I thought too. So it may be something worth checking, but be interesting just to see where people set up and if most people are clearing that scrub area or not, or if we're going to be hunting balls in there. Or it'd be interesting which spot from a marshal perspective ends up being like the good action location.
Yeah.
I expect there to be. I expect there to be a lot of chaos around hole 6. Just a lot of energy.
Wait a
You know, there's going to be fans pouring in. Of course, once the word gets out that the Marshall Diaries crew is out there, even more so. So you got your hardest hole on the course. Got a very long par four where a lot of things can go wrong. So there's a lot of from a fan perspective. I mean, come on over. There's going to be crazy things, and then of course the draw of the Marshall Diaries crew. So Smith, to your point, I don't care where they set up the ropes. I'm sure we're going to have to leap into action to come up with some of our own protocol because I just be ready is what I'm saying. Just be ready.
Best looking Marshall crew out there.
Well, again, and
if I don't
by the way, when is the Marshall Diary calendar coming out? I mean, you made us take all those pictures. Well, maybe we'll save that for another podcast.
That was personal use. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Fabulous Marshalls of the Women's PGA Championship. Is that what you're saying? That calendar?
Yeah.
So,
what do you guys think? So that's a gigantic hole, and there's 6 positions. And like I said, we already know there's going to be one on the tee. There's going to be probably one at the green. So maybe that's a lot of fairway to cover, a lot of spotting balls, a lot of silencing crowds, a lot of kissing babies and signing autographs for 4 Marshalls in the middle to be manning or womaning, right? What do you guys think?
we're gonna have our hands full.
You've been thinking about that?
And I'm hopefully the golfers can take their eyes off of us and they can pay attention to the hole and not get distracted by the Marshalls. You know what I mean? That's my concern. Probably my biggest
concern. That reminds me. I did read that in fact it was the 17th handicapped hole until they found out that the Marshall Diaries crew was going to be working it, and then it immediately jumped to number 1 for that point exactly, Smith.
Oh, boys.
Yep, that point exactly.
Don't flatter yourself.
Yes.
Oh man. No, it'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. We've got some, obviously the best golfers in the LPGA. There's a huge money on the line with this one. It's the highest payout, obviously, of the year. And
I was looking at that.
Bringing their A game.
That's awesome. I mean, the purse is 10+ million, right? Like 10.4 million, or at least it was last year.
Yeah. It's huge. So
what's the winner taking?
Oh, the winner takes. I thought it was.
Come on, data guy.
Oh boy, I had it in my notes. It was like 1 point something.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it's like call it 1.5.
Yeah. And hey, first time LPGA is playing this course, right? Or I think a professional tournament. So awesome, good, cool opportunity for the folks out golfing as well.
Yep. So we've talked about some of the about marshaling and some of the duties. We've talked about the whole 6, and we've even started thinking about how those duties are going to come to life there. Guys, here as we kind of get close to wrapping up, I got to think here this could be some great social content. Smith is we got to get on our training. We got to get after it. I mean, everybody should be practicing the marshaling up, the quiet, the kind of shaking of the heads. Definitely practice your autographs. So let's get some
rope lifts.
Rope lifts.
Be able to flag,
hammering the stake back in.
Yeah.
And of course the running. You better get ready to run, because especially if we've got Marshalls on one side of that, and we need to be running over to be looking for balls in the creek.
I'll be honest, just standing around is part of it.
Yeah, well, standing around in 110-degree heat in Dallas, June, we are not in the cold Michigan. We are definitely not in a spot to get conditioned for that. That's going to be a shock.
I'm going to go find a sauna. I'm just going to stand in it for 4 hours.
That's good.
And just sweat.
That's good. Well, we'll get the training curriculum, or whatever how you say that, out to the training guide out to the crew. Yep. We'll start getting some pics and getting
ready.
Posted. Yeah,
getting ready. We're getting close.
By the way, we got to get some of our boys on the podcast. Some additional Marshalls on here, as well as some other guests. So I think we should look for that in future episodes. I think we already have one lined up, right?
Yeah, we do. We've got Mackenzie. So we haven't met Mackenzie yet, other than through email. I think her last name is pronounced Albrecht, so it's Albrecht. She is one of our volunteer leads and involved with operations and this that. But we'll find out more when we have her on in a couple episodes from now. So not the next episode, but the one after. We'll have Mackenzie. And then there's also Ronnie Joe. Ronnie Joe's part of that volunteer committee crew, and we've been in touch with her. So hopefully we can get her on. And then from there, it's like the networking. Let's get them on, and then let's see if they have some ideas of some others with the PGA involved with the course.
Yep.
Maybe another superintendent.
Here's the takeaway. I think we have some good stuff lined up still in the coming weeks. So more to talk about the course and I think the whole PGA experience and talking to some of the folks that help drive the volunteer work and everything else. I think it'll be fun. So stay tuned.
Yep. Tune in to meet some celebrity guests. I mean, besides the three of us in the near future.
In the near future.
All right, boys.
All right.
Always good. All right, see you guys.
Yeah.